Like what we got today. So a couple different things on this. We're gonna do the front brakes and rotors, and then he actually paid another mechanic, another mobile mechanic that came out here and installed a radiator hose because it was leaking, but it's still leaking. So he said that he thinks it might be the hose because when he was under there looking, it looked like it was coming out of the hose. So hopefully it is. Those are some good tires. Retract that. All right, so we're actually just gonna do the diagnostics on the leak first, and then next week we're gonna do the brakes and rotors. He just called me and said his check was a little bit too short and will not be able to pay for the brakes and rotors. So let's just check these, do the diagnostics on this upper hose. All right, so I didn't want to open from the middle for some odd reason. It kept getting stuck right there. Anyways, just like a freaking diesel, just like a semi or, you know, a Jeep, just a little bit longer. There's really no room to get in here. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and top this off. Oh, it's full. All right, so it's full, and I looked underneath, guys, and we didn't have a steady drip. So it looks like it's only gonna be like a running type situation while this vehicle is running is when it's leaking. So let's go ahead and start. That brake booster kicked hard on me. I felt it right in that pedal. And relatively, guys, anytime when it comes to vehicle coolant leaks, I have a pressure tester, a radiator pressure tester. It was only like $100. It does awesome stuff. But anyways, normally I just pressurize it from the reservoir or the radiator if there is one, and or if there's a cap to access the radiator, I'm sorry. But in this situation, he actually said it was leaking so bad that you could just look underneath and see it. So let's see if that's true. Let's see if this is gonna be an easy one, or if I need to start pressurizing the system, which, well, that would be a fun video too, you know, show you how to do that. We're full, I didn't need to top it off, so let's go ahead and peek underneath and see what we see. Let me get a flashlight. I can actually see right there, but that's the hose right there that looks like it's leaking from the bottom. But guys, it's nothing like he was saying. He said it was like a big pour, so I'm gonna give it a bit longer and let it warm up and see if it pours out, but that's just a tiny drip. And since that is a new water pump, and I can tell, I'm gonna turn this heater on and make sure that it got bled properly. Look at this, guys. He needs a whole lot of suspension work. All this is just garbage under here. I was like, where is it? Why is it dripping? And guys, what's dripping? You know what I mean? Is that oil? Is that coolant? Is your boot leaking? What the hell? What are you gonna do though, Hummers? All right, so as much as I don't want to, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back, and then we're gonna go ahead and pop this bottom part off so I can get a way better visual of the leak. I can see it, but I need to get a better visual of it. All right, guys, so look at that. Better visual achieved. So you see that hose clamp is where it's leaking, and I can almost assure to you that because how it's positioned, it wasn't even tight. So let's go ahead and see if that bad boy is loose or if it's tight. Look at that wobbly ass home marks on it. The power steering pump needs to be replaced. It's leaking all over it. I would just replace the entire thing. I wouldn't even try to mess with it. Exactly what I thought, is loose. All right, so now look at it. Dry as a bone. So that was an easy one. All right, guys, if I wasn't 100% sure about that, the next right thing to do would to be just pressurize the system. And I actually have a coolant leak I'm doing, not tomorrow, but the next day. So I'll show you guys how to use that pressurized system, because it's not going to be as easy as this. I already know it. So it's never this easy.